Reflection is probably the most important step in the process of committing to learning things more efficiently. Meaning it's the step that everyone leaves out, particularly if things went well, right? So the most important part of every exam is making the corrections on the areas where you missed points on the exam, right? And no one does that anymore, right? It's really hard to do. Some schools make it really hard to do. You have to make a special trip to go see the instructor after hours, and maybe that maybe their kid is at the dentist at that time, and then it makes it really hard to do, right? So one way to do this is to build a habit of reflecting on your results throughout the term so that when the test finally does roll around 3 or 4 weeks later, there is no chance that you're not going to continue this habit and go figure out what went wrong with that test, right? So the way I like for students to do this is to use the 4-column to-do list, where the 4th column says how long did it actually take and why. And then you determine what the heck happened, and you use this for your benefit, right? It's not an exercise, it's not to create work. All this stuff will save you tons of time, right? So you figure out where things went well or where things went wrong, and you do, less or more of the bad or good stuff. Then next time you go into the task with a little more confidence, and then you reflect on how that worked out, and then this is a process by which you can be sure that you are always working towards improvement. You might not improve from week to week, but if you hold yourself accountable and reflect on the results of every item on your to-do list, not just the big exams, you're giving yourself the best chance to improve. The best way for students to reflect on whether their learning goals are working is to use a pencil and paper and use a simple 4-item to-do list where you're asking yourself, what the heck do I have to do? How long do I think it's going to take? What's my wild guess based on how long it took last time? Based on how long I think it's going to take, when should I do it? Why should I do it this day or time and not some other day or time? And then once I do it, crucially, how long did it actually take and why? Right? Runners do this. Every runner keeps a runner's log. Athletes do this, right? So students can do this too. It works just as well. I prefer pencil and paper because if you drop it in the water, it still works, and it doesn't need to be charged, and you have no chance of getting sucked into Amazon.com from your pencil and paper.